Greetings of the day class. This is Miss Tabassum, and as you know that we have already started with the chapter Partition by Gulzar. Till now we have learned that Harbhajan Singh and his family finally made a plan to go to Panja Sahab. But before going there, he wrote a letter addressing to the Zamindar and his son Ayaz. He didn't post the letter here because he thought that as he would be staying there at Pandasha for 20 to 25 days, he would there go by himself and post the letter. If the Zamindar or his son would reply back to the letter, then he would surely go and meet them. So, children, let's discuss the further explanation of this chapter. Harbhajan Singh sighed deeply. The letter remained in my pocket. We returned via Karachi, and on the day we were leaving, I don't know why, I don't know what made me do it, but I posted the letter. So, the letter remained in his pocket, and while returning, he posted the letter finally. I got a reply after 8 years. The letter said that Afzal Chacha had passed away a few years after the partition. The burden of managing the entire zamindari had fallen on Ayaz. And a few days ago, Ayaz too had passed away. When his papers were being looked at, this letter was discovered in a pocket of a shirt. When the letter was read aloud by a mourner, a man present there said the girl mentioned in the letter had come all the way from Miyawali to offer her condolences. The girl was called and questioned. She told that her name was Satya. She said she had got separated from her parents during the partition and now her name was Dilshad. So, finally he posted the letter there. But he got the reply after 8 years, and in that letter it was written that the Zamindar, Mr. Afzal, he had passed away. And after that the burden of managing the entire Zamindari had fallen on Ayaz. But after a few days, Ayaz also passed away. And when his papers were being looked at, this letter was discovered in his pocket. And in that letter, it was also mentioned that there was a girl who had come all the way from Miyawali. And when the girl was questioned, she told that her name was Satya and that she got separated from her parents during the partition and that her name was Dilshad. The mother's eyes were still dry, but Darji's voice sounded full of tears again. We set out again. We met Dilshad there at Afzal Chacha's house. She remembered everything. She told us, I grew tired of walking. I was sleepy. I went and lay down behind a tandoor in the courtyard of some house. When I woke up, there was nobody there. All day long, I would look everywhere and then return to sleep in the same place. After 3 days, when the owners of the house returned, they woke me up. They kept me with them, thinking someone would come looking for me, but no one came. They gave me food and clothes and they kept me well. I got married and now I have 2 sons. One is in the Pakistan Air Force and the other one has a good job in Karachi. So as Mr. Harbhajan Singh continued his narration, the mother's eyes were dry. Her face was emotionless. But the voice of Harbhajan Singh was full of tears. He again continued his narration that they again set out and they met Dilshad, the girl there at the Zamindar's house. And that girl narrated or recollected what happened to her then. She told that she was so tired of walking and sleepy that she just lay behind a tandoor. Okay, in the courtyard of some house. Tandoor means it's a clay oven. So when she lay there all day long, nobody was there. Then all day long she looked everywhere and again she returned there to sleep in the same place. After 3 days, what happened? The owner of the house, they returned, and then they woke this girl up, and they also kept her with them. They thought that somebody would come looking for her, but nobody came. At last, they finally thought of keeping her with them. They gave her food, clothes, and they took good care of her. And they also let her married. So she got married, and now that she has 2 sons. One is in the Pakistan Air Force and the other one has a good job in Karachi. Was she surprised to see you? Did she cry when she met you? I asked. So Gulzar was very excited to know that if Dilshad was surprised to see Mr. Harbhajan Singh, or she was so emotionally attached that she would have cried. No, she was not surprised. But she didn't seem particularly affected either, Darji said. In fact, whenever I thought about her, it seems as though she smiled every now and then as she heard us. We had come to narrate a story to her. I don't think she felt we were indeed her mother and father. So, Harbhajan Singh said that though he had said the story to her, but she was emotionless and she only smiled, and she thought that these people had come just to say the story, and she didn't have even the little bit of feeling that these people, that is Mr. and Mrs. Harbhajan Singh, was her parents. And Sampuran, was he not with her? So Gulzar was more excited and he asked, and what about Sampuran? So was he not with her? Was he not with Dilshad? No, she didn't even remember him. So she didn't even remember him. Dilshad didn't forget her younger brother. And the mother repeated what she had already said a couple of times earlier. Punni, why don't you believe us? Who gave you the name Gulzar? Your name is Sampuran Singh. So the lady continued her belief, telling the Gulzar that he should believe them that his actual name is not Gulzar but Sampuran Singh. I asked Darji, who told you about me? How did you think that I might be your son? So Gulzar asked that how did Mr. Harbhajan Singh knew that Gulzar was his son? So here is the reply. You see, when we met our daughter, after 30 to 35 years, our hopes were raised again. Iqbal read your interview in some magazine and told us that your real name is Sampuran Singh and that you were born in Pakistan. So, their hopes finally again rose. And when Iqbal, that is the professor who was their son, he read in the magazine about Gulzar's interview, and then he told Mr. Harbhajan Singh that Gulzar's real name was Sampuran Singh and that he was born in Pakistan, and then only they had the belief that this Gulzar was their son. The mother said, Kaka. Kaka means a Punjabi word for son. Kaka, stay where you like, but at least acknowledge that you are our son, Punni. So the mother said that, beta, wherever you like, you stay, but at least you should consider that he was their son. I gave all the details about my family to Harbhajan Singh, and disappointing him once again came away. So finally, Gulzar gave every details, address and all to Mr. Harbhajan Singh and came back. This happened 7 or 8 years ago. It is 1993 now. So this is the incident he was recollecting. After many years, I received a letter from Iqbal saying that Sardar Harbhajan Singh had passed away. The mother had said that the youngest one must be informed, and I felt as though I had indeed lost my Darji. So, after many years, he received a letter from the eldest son of Mr. Harbhajan Singh stating that the father had passed away. And the mother said that as the youngest one must be informed, so they have sent a letter to Gulzar. And that time Gulzar felt as if he had really lost his own father. Now, here you have your classwork, that is in-text questions. You have to write down in your notebook, who is the author of the book Footprints on Zero Line? Answer, Gulzar is the author of the book Footprints on Zero Line. Second, who was Iqbal Singh? Iqbal Singh was the professor and the eldest son of Harbhajan Singh. Third, which gentleman did Gulzar meet in Delhi and why? Gulzar met Harbhajan Singh in Delhi. He requested Gulzar to meet Mrs. Singh because he thought that Gulzar was his long-lost son who got separated during partition. 4. Why did Harbhajan and his wife think that Gulzar was their son? Harbhajan Singh and his wife thought that Gulzar was their son because Iqbal, their eldest son, read his interview in some magazine and told them that his real name was Sampuran Singh and that he was born in Pakistan. So children, that's all for the day. Thank you so much. Have a good day.